Majority of Americans don't make enough money to cover some of the basic costs of living, like healthcare and rent.
Half of Americans would struggle to afford a $400 emergency expense.
72% of Americans said they weren't financially secure given their current finances.
How many more times do we need to see this article? Americans can't afford this. Americans can't afford that. Well, what can Americans do? Because all I see is Americans can spend money. So I think we can do something about it. That number in your bank account, let's say you have $1,000. That number, that number's lying to you. Because if you treat that last $1,000 as spending money, then you're playing a very dangerous game that literally millions of Americans play every single month. I'm gonna be honest, that game is called being broke. Now let's imagine this. What if the zero in your bank account balance is not actually zero? What if it's actually $500 or $750 or $1,000 or even more than that? That's what we're gonna talk about today. We're gonna find our zero and it's gonna change everything. I'm gonna explain why. So here's the issue. You get paid, you take care of all your bills for the month. I'm talking about rent, groceries, car note, car insurance, all that kind of good stuff. And you even go out and you buy yourself something nice because you just felt like it for the month. At the end of the month, you're left with about $400 left. Now, what you do with that $400, it really depends. Some people may see, okay, well, I still have $400 left in my account, so I'm pretty much good to go. I can still spend more money because I'm not at zero. So should be okay. But that's exactly the problem. That $400 that you have left over does not have a job. That money has nowhere to go but into the air because you're going to go and spend it on something you probably just don't need. But as soon as you think you're in the clear, guess what? Something else happens. Maybe your phone screen breaks because you dropped your phone. Maybe your car breaks down, or maybe you need new tires for your car, or some other random emergency happens because, let's face it, emergencies will happen whenever. We don't know, and we never will. And you may say, well, Mike, I'm getting paid in a couple of days anyway. I got about $400 left, so I should be okay for the next 2 days. You could be, or there could be a banking error with your job and now your check is delayed. By the way, this has happened to me twice in my life so far. So now what? Now you have to either dip into savings if you have savings. You maybe have to dip into an emergency fund if you have an emergency fund. And if you have neither one of those things, then now you have to overdraft your account to cover an unexpected expense or just expenses that you knew about but you can't take care of anymore because your paycheck is now delayed by another 2 weeks. So now you're stressed, behind, and scrambling. That whole cycle, that's ending today. It's ending with this video. So this is what I like to call the personal zero. It's going to be personal to me as it's going to be personal to you, and it's extremely simple. This is simply the number in your bank account that you do not go below no matter what. So if you set your personal zero to $500, that means once you hit $500 in your bank account, you are dead broke. That's the way you should look at it to respect your own money. And it's also the way you should look at it to protect yourself from your future self in case of poor choices. It's a simple strategy that I recommend every single person watching this video does, and it works. Now, what should your personal zero be? For me in particular, I like to go off of expenses. So my personal zero would be all the expenses I have, pretty much all the bills I have for one single month. If all my bills in 1 month come to $5,000, that simply means I should never go under $5,000 in my checking account at any given moment. Your personal zero will likely be different because we are different people with different financial situations, and that makes perfect sense. But by all means, you can start with $50, you can start with $100. Some people do not have a personal savings account. Some people also do not have an emergency fund. So if you already have both of these things, then you're probably in a better position than somebody else that doesn't. But that doesn't discourage anybody else from starting today. So the challenge is just to start with one. Set it for $100. If you can get past $100 and you can manage that, set it for $250. If you think that's too low, set it for $500, $750, or $1,000. The point is, set a personal zero that you know for sure. If your bank account hits this number, you are not allowed to spend any more money. This is not supposed to be punishment. This is supposed to teach you discipline and also create a habit for you. This is all about freedom. Freedom to choose what you want to spend your money on. Freedom to stop living paycheck by paycheck. And also the freedom to breathe. To take a second and be like, okay, I'm okay. I can take care of myself. I have a strategy. I'm disciplined. I know what's going on. And I can go forward with that information. Your personal zero will give you a mental buffer as well as a financial buffer because you don't have to worry about certain things because you know for sure that money's there no matter what, even if you need it in the emergency scenario. The idea is that you never use it, but if you need it, you have it. So here is exactly what I want you to do today. Number one, I want you to go and create your personal zero. It doesn't matter what it is. You don't have to tell me what it is down in the comment section, but I would like to hear your thoughts and opinions about the whole concept in general. Number two, you're going to pick a number that makes you a little bit uncomfortable. If you make it too easy, then it's not going to work because you'll probably be like, okay, well, I know I can keep it above $25. Okay, it's too easy. So make it $125 or $250. But you want it to be a little uncomfortable, but not overbearing. Something that you can definitely accomplish, but it might take a little bit of work. Number three, this one's more of a statement, but if you don't have an emergency fund, then this number is the beginning of your emergency fund. This number will save you every single time because you already planned for it. When you have a strategy, you don't have to worry about failing because you didn't plan to fail, you plan to succeed, and you will. And number four, not an action, but it's going to feel like something. It's going to feel like peace. It's going to feel like power. It's going to feel like momentum. Peace because you have the peace and luxury of doing whatever you want without worrying about anything else. Power because you have the full control of your account. You know exactly where the money is. You're in charge of your own life. And if anything happens, you're good to go. And lastly, momentum because you started. You can't have any momentum if you never started. Now that you have that momentum, you can increase that over time, start saving, start an emergency fund, and take control of your financial lifestyle. That's all I ask. Finally, I dropped a link down in the description. It's just a sign up link for an Ally savings account, Ally Bank. If you don't know, then I'm letting you know it's an online savings account. That's where I keep all of my savings at. And I think it's a great account, to be honest. It's just a basic savings account, but they give you a decent APY on your money, which I think is solid. Either way, if you do sign up with that link, you'll get a free $50 if you're interested. If not, no big deal, no hard feelings. It's all good and we'll be good to go. I pretty much made this video because it's a really quick video, but I made this video just because this is something that I feel like I'm starting to struggle with. So I want to make sure I'm on the right track with my own personal zero. So I figure I'll just make a quick video letting you know that this really does matter. This personal zero does matter because otherwise we're just going to spend recklessly and then we'll run into a situation where we just don't have the money for something that we might need it for. So why not get ahead of it when we can? Watch a quick video, make a quick change in your own habits, and you'll be all good to go. So that's all I really have to say for this particular video, but I'll catch you in the next one. I got plenty of content coming, so just stay locked in. Not going to say much more than that. You'll see, and you'll enjoy. Either way, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Take care of yourselves. Stay safe, stay positive, stay hydrated. Dollar Mike. Peace.